And it is scored!
For three. Got it!
With the shot, lights out, good night, goodbye, and that's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve.
Another one drop!
And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is scored! And it's scored!
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
From James G. Anderson Field on a beautiful Friday night, we are back in Marshfield, Massachusetts for some Friday Night Lights football. The Marshfield Rams getting ready to take on St. John's Prep in what has been an exciting matchup over the past couple of years. Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. Ben, it's a titan of a matchup for the Rams once again.
Absolutely, Will. This is going to be a great matchup. St. John's Prep, absolutely incredible team. 1-0 so far in the season. They're ranked number 2 in the state. They got a quarterback who's the number 2 quarterback in the nation, Chris Vargas, an absolutely incredible player. He's got multiple D1 scholarship offers. So I'm excited to see him tonight, along with his coach, Brian St. Pierre. He's a former NFL quarterback. He was a 5th round, 163rd overall pick in 2003, and he played for the Steelers, Ravens, Cardinals, and Panthers. I'm excited for this game.
Lot to be excited about for the St. John's Prep side, and we're definitely going to get into Vargas in that offense when they do take the field. Right now, we get to see the Marshfield offense with junior quarterback Nate Rollinson taking the field. He had a tough game last week, Ben. What are you looking for him to bounce back?
Well, I'm really looking for him to just pay a little more attention. Last week, I noticed he really, when he got in the pocket and he saw the defenders coming, he just kind of let go of the ball. He didn't really take time to settle in and pay attention. I think today he really needs to focus on paying attention and giving it some time and really making sure he knows where he's going to throw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to look out for this Marshfield offense every year. They got something cooking. Last week wasn't as good as you would want for the Rams. Rollinson going to be under center. The opening snap's going to be a handoff to Williams up the middle for a good gain. And Marshfield, that's something they do well last week versus Methuen. They're already pounding the rock.
Yeah, the run game is really good for Marshfield, but also on St. John's Prep side, I'm looking at Adeyemi Onamage. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Last season, he had 3 caused fumbles and 7 interceptions. He's an outside linebacker. He's an absolutely incredible player, so I'm looking forward to see what he can do on defense against the Rams here.
Yeah, it's one step forward and one step back for the Rams. We're going to get that good game, and then a false start is going to back them up 5 more yards. It's going to be a second down. I'll see they're backing up. It's going to be a second down at about 8 or 9 for the Rams. We're waiting on the officials here. Now we're good to go. Rollinson in the gun. Going to send Summers in motion. Handoff to the motion man Summers. Nowhere to go. Going to be tackled for a loss. Going to be a 3rd and long for Rams.
Well, now Methuen's starting to read the run game of Marshfield. They just pushed back Summers there. So Methuen's starting to sense what Marshfield's going to do. Right now it's 3rd and long. It's time to make a play here for Rollinson.
3rd and 10 for the Rams. Rollinson already showing shotgun. He's got Williams lined up to his right. 3 receivers to his left. He'll send one in motion. That's Cole Summers, who was the stud wide receiver last week. Rollinson will take the snap, look to throw, looking to go deep for Summers, who is intercepted. Great play made by the defense of St. John's Prep. That was number 23, Aaron Radake, on the catch. Insane play by St. John's Prep and an early interception once again for Rollinson.
That was a great play there by Nate. I mean, it was just a matter of who was going to catch the ball. Right there, he throws an interception. So last week, he had an interception in the first drive, and it's going to be the same thing this week. Will, not going so well both weeks here for Nate.
I think that was Rodkey. Excuse me for the pronunciation on that. But yeah, a great play by the defensive unit. Everyone talks about how good this offensive unit is for St. John's Prep, but as you said, a lot of stud defenders, as now we will get to see the before mentioned Chris Vargas, sophomore quarterback, 5-star recruit. He's going to send one man in motion, almost a double motion man, but he'll reset, and the flag will be thrown to the outside. Catch is made, and a big hit over the middle. Charlie Leach will lay the hammer, but it's going to be coming back with a flag anyway. Reception was made by McMahon.
Wow, great play there by Vargas. But Chris Vargas today, well, he is the star of the night. He's already giving autographs out to kids around.
We saw that a little bit.
People already know he's meant for greatness in the future.
Yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, Vargas, there's so much you could talk about with this kid. He's the first 5-star recruit for quarterback in Massachusetts ever. He started for this loaded prep team as a freshman. He's already got offers from Auburn, BC, Ohio State, Penn State, and much more, according to 24/7 Sports. But now they're backed up from that penalty. It will be a first down and 15 for Vargas in the offense. He's going to go under center. He's going to hand this one off, and it caught the Rams for a sec. Leach unable to make the tackle. Everyone going out to the outside. Bongelati will come in and wrap him up, but a big gain for the Rams. That was Torbayo on the carry.
Leach couldn't make the tackle there. Great job by the offensive line, making it easy for the running back to get open there and head right down the field. Cut off a little bit on the side of the field there by the Rams defense. But right now it's third down, so we'll see what the Eagles can do.
Correction, second down right now. They got moved back from that 1st and 10, so second down. No problem. Second down and about 7 for the Rams. That was Toribio, by the way, on the carry. Vargas going to take the snap, look to throw, step up in the pocket. That pass is caught, and a first down for the Eagles. St. John's Prep will move the chains. Catch was made by Riley Salvis, and once again, the St. John Prep's offense, you can already see them starting to move.
Yeah, Vargas is starting to get in the pocket here. He's starting to adapt to Marshfield's defense. That was a great pass there, right down the middle. Threw it really well. I think Vargas, I mean, people have said, really good things about him. I think that those things are true. Vargas is doing really well so far.
He's looked good so far this season. This time he's going to hand it off to the lead back, and instantly coming up to make the hit is Keegan Holt, a name who you heard not so much last week because we didn't have him in the roster, but he was making a ton of plays.
Wow, the defense was right there on that one, Will. Nowhere to go for the running back. The defense read the play there like a book.
Stefanovic on the carry for St. John's Prep will get a loss. It's going to be about second down for 11. All things considered, this Rams defense, so far, they're answering the call. I mean, a team like Prep, always so good with who they got at quarterback, the weapons they put around them. Rams responding so far. 2nd and 11, Vargas looking to throw. He's going to throw a ball to the outside. It is caught wide open. Bongelati will come in to make the tackle. McMahon once again on the reception, and a first down for St. John's.
Yeah, it was a great play there. Wide open man. Bongelati couldn't get there. It was a great play by Vargas and the Eagles offense. The Rams, though, they're definitely walking into this game with a lot of hype. They're definitely walking in not feeling down or feeling like they're going to lose. They're definitely walking in showing St. John's that they're not just going to let up easily.
And the offense for St. John's, so far so good. Rams have given them a pretty good look a couple of times, but still moving the chains. First down and 10, Vargas going to take the snap, hand off to his back up the middle, and the Rams are there to stuff him at the line of scrimmage. Once again, Toribio on the carry. Liam Riley gets hit late. He's looking for a flag. He's not going to get it. It'll be a second down and a loss, maybe of 1 for Prep. They're actually going to move it about a yard, so 2nd and 9.
He's getting a little chippy out there, Will. Again, the Marshall defense read the running play, didn't leave the running back anywhere to go. Offensive line for St. John's Prep not doing so well on that play, but a little scuffle at the end of the play there. Riley gets pushed down, but I think we're going to see a lot of that today.
Brian Norton, the senior receiver, going to come in for St. John's Prep, as McMahon will get a breather. Be 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. Vargas going to line up under center in the I formation. He's got 2 receivers to his right. Take the snap, play action. Vargas looking to throw, will unleash. That ball is incomplete, and Vargas took a shot on the play by Burrow, who was already fired up. He was talking a little bit after the QB hit.
Yeah, Rams are fired up here. Their defense is doing really well. I mean, last week it was a little bit of a struggle against Bethune. Back and forth, I would say, for the defense last week. But now, third down, this is a good moment for the Rams to turn things over.
3rd down and 9. It's the first time that it's been a 3rd and long tonight for the Eagles. We're early in the first quarter. Rams' first drive ended with an interception by Rollinson. 7:21 left in the first quarter. And James G is rocking early. 3rd and 9, Vargas, empty backfield. He'll look to throw over the middle. That ball is caught, and a first down will be picked up. Sullivan on the reception, and Vargas once again is going to move the chains.
That was a great opportunity for the Rams to stop the offense of St. John's Prep, but unfortunately for the Rams, Vargas and the Eagles offense just right there, be able to find the right play for the defense to get by. It's going to be first down, tough for Marshfield there.
I mean, they just spread out the whole offense for him. They let him go empty set. We got a quarterback that's that good and can think that quick. He's almost always going to find the open man. They're going to go back to under center in a 1st and 10. Vargas will take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Torbayo up the middle, who breaks one tackle, breaks another. Finally is going to be wrapped up by Leach. That was Maxwell Parent, excuse me, on the carry.
Well, I think St. John's Prep's starting to realize that the outside running plays are working well than running it right up the middle, so I think they're starting to adapt to Marshfield's defensive strategy here.
It's going to be a 2nd down and 2. They give Parent a gain of 8 on his first carry of the game. Parent still going to stay in the backfield. Vargas going to go under center. It's a heavy set, only one receiver lined up top of your screen. Vargas will take the snap, hand off Parent once again, and he's going to be stuffed in the backfield. Charlie Leach will make the hit. A flag is going to come in late. Not sure who this one's going to be on.
That was another instance, Will, where the Rams defense knows when the Eagles are going to run it right up the middle. It's a great play. They stuffed them down real quick. And now it looks like
it's an illegal shift. There we go. So illegal shift the call. It's going to be against St. John's Prep. Going to back him up even further. And I just love the crowd. Every single time a Marshfield player or something goes right for Marshfield, you're going to hear James G. rock.
Yes, the Marshfield audience definitely supports their team. Tonight was USA night. Everybody wearing red, white, and blue, of course, in honor of 9/11, in honor of all of our fallen heroes that have been in the military and the Navy. So the Rams are definitely feeling the spirit here tonight.
Yeah, first responders night here as well. And at MCM, we want to give a big shout out to any first responders or veterans who are watching at home. We thank you for your service, as always, here on Marshfield Community Media. Under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, 2nd down, and now it's about 6 for Vargas. He takes the snap, looking to throw to the outside. That pass is caught. What a throw by Vargas. Won't score a touchdown, but the first down will be picked up. Leach was right there on the carry, but the ball from Vargas just better.
Yeah, Vargas just an inch ahead of Leach. Leach tried to put his hand out there and stop the pass. He was just too short, and he just didn't get there. Now I believe it's 1st and goal. I think they're at the 1 here, Will.
Stefanovic on the reception for the Eagles. Did a great job running that out route. He's going to pick up the first down. Now it's 1st and goal. St. John's Prep knocking on the door. Vargas going to hand off to the fullback up the middle, and he will run right in for a touchdown. St. John's Prep will answer first and take a lead 6-0.
That's a hard play to go against there, Will. Right there at the 1 yard line. A nice little push right into the end zone. That's hard for any defense to go up against, even in the NFL. So a great play there by St. John's Prep. They lead 6-0, and the kickoff's about to start.
That was Jack Schreier on the touchdown run, we believe. I didn't quite get the name from the PA. Nonetheless, Prep going to strike early. They're on to attempt the extra point. This is Liam Cullen. St. John's Prep snap is good. Kick will be through the uprights and good. And the sophomore kicker will get it done. And it's a 7-0 lead for St. John's Prep early. You know, it wasn't the way we expected them to score. It was a little bit of a longer drive, and the Rams' defense for a while looked good. But again, Vargas back there threw an absolute dot to really put that in scoring position.
Yeah, Vargas adapts well to the defense. He knows the strategy Marshfield is coming in with, and he decided to change up his strategy, adapt to what Marshfield is going to do, and make it work for the Eagles here. That was a great play there at the 1 yard line. Nice little push right into the end zone. They lead 7-0.
Yeah, the Rams offense, you know, they had one good run with Evan Williams, and then penalty, then Rollinson throws an interception. So hopefully we can see that offense pick up a little bit more here. I mean, they got the the weapons to get it done, but
yeah,
it's tough.
Rawlinson throwing that pick. I mean, it happened last week in Methuen. First drive of the game, threw a pick. So a little repetitive there, but I think Rawlinson just needs some time. He'll adapt to the defense just like he always does.
Cullen going to punt this one deep. It will be fielded by Summers, who's going to work the far sideline. Summers, not a whole lot of green grass ahead of him to go. He will be tackled right around that 20-yard line of Marshfield. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Rawlinson and the Rams offense as they get ready to take the field.
Well, let's see what they can do here. So that last drive didn't go so well. Maybe they can adapt to the Eagles defense a little better here.
5:34 in the first quarter. Again, it wasn't a very successful first drive for the Rams. And if you want to compete with St. John's Prep, you got to be able to put points up on the board. 1st and 10 for the Rams offense as they get ready to take the field. Rawlinson in the gun. No, he's going to go under center, actually. We haven't seen a lot of this. Williams will be the running back behind him. And that one will instantly be blown dead. Waiting for a call. So no penalty there. The refs just didn't have that one spotted. So will still be a 1st down and 10 for the Rams. Luke Richardson, who was phenomenal versus Methuen, will go back and forth in motion, and now there's going to be a flag. And now they're going to call a false start. This is really confusing right now, what's going on.
Yeah, interesting sequence going on here. Well, a little confusing before the drive started, but now there's a flag for a false start. Interesting here to start the Rams drive.
The ball wasn't spotted, and then Marshfield still jumps off sides on the false start. It'll be 1st down and 15. Rawlinson under center, going to take the snap. Hand off to Williams, who fumbles the ball. That one surely is going to get scooped up, and it will. St. John's Prep has the ball, and they have a defensive touchdown. That ball bounced forever, and the St. John's Prep defense will scoop it and score.
Well, I think when the ball was bouncing there, St. John's knew to let it bounce a little bit. They knew they had a little bit of time, so they wanted to bounce it as close to the end zone as they could. Obviously, it worked out well. They got a touchdown there. That quickly shows how impressive the Eagles' defense is.
I mean, that had absolutely nowhere to go. Rawlinson and Williams just not on the same page. I mean, if you're going to even compete with St. John's Prep, you got to be able to complete a handoff, right? I mean, this is not the way you wanted it to start for the Rams.
The number one thing here for the Rams is communication. You have to know where everyone's going and when they're going there.
Extra point by Cullen. Snap and hold are both good, and he is good through the upright. 5:25 remaining in the first quarter. Just like that, Prep already feels like they're starting to, pull away with this one.
Yeah, but it's not over till the final whistle blows. Well, Rams still have time. Methuen took the early lead in the last game. But right now, the Rams, they need to focus on the communication side of things. It was a little confusing there for Rawlinson and Evan there.
Yeah, I mean, talk about it's not over till the final whistle blows. You go all the way to last week. St. John's Prep got in a tight game versus Springfield Central. They won it 36-35 and was Toribio, on the touchdown run to go and win that game. Their running back that we've heard a couple of times already today. So, they've played in some close games. So, hopefully the Rams can bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, St. John's, they know how to play in the close calls there. They definitely know how to thrive under the pressure. I mean, right now, 14-0. I wouldn't say they have to worry right now, but the Rams, they definitely want to come back here.
Cullen will kick this one pretty deep. It will be fielded by the Rams. They're going to work that far sideline. Once again, tries to cut it up in field, and Evan Williams gets lit up by the coverage team of St. John's Prep. And once again, it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Rams in starting field position. They have not made that much ground.
Yeah, I mean, Will, it's getting a little chippy out here. There's been some hard hits, some big plays been going on. I think the refs are starting to warn St. John's to cool it down a little bit because they know St. John's can be a powerful team.
They've looked the part so far, this whole defensive unit. We're going to try and get you a name on that defensive player who scored the touchdown. By the way, I didn't quite pick it up from here or on the PA. But we'll get you the information as it comes. 5:19 remaining in the first. It's a 14-0 lead for St. John's Prep. Rawlinson going to line up in the shotgun. Williams will get motion to join him in the backfield. They'll take the snap. Hand off to Williams, trying to get up the middle. And he'll have a decent run. Going to pick up about 4 or 5. It'll be 2nd down for the Rams.
Well, there's the communication starting to come in between Rawlinson and Williams, going right up the middle there. That's a nice little play for the Rams. It's probably one of the better they've had today, one of the better plays. So the Rams, they need to have some momentum here.
Aiden Summers checks into the game as well. They're going to take the snap, hand off to Williams once again, who's going to get upfield, fall forward. Going to be just shy of that first down. It'll be about 3rd and 1 for the Rams offense.
Another great play there by Marshfield. The communication between Williams and Rollinson working out well. Williams right up the field, able to get there. Hopefully the Rams can get it here.
3rd and 1 for the Rams offense. Rollinson will take the snap. He's looking to throw. He has an open receiver. Summers will walk right into the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown, Marshfield.
There it is,
What a
Will.
way to respond for the Rams.
That's what the Rams need. They need to keep St. John's Prep on their toes. They just showed them that they can hang with them there. Cole Summers for the 2nd week in a row with another electric touchdown here.
What a play by Cole Summers. This guy continues to look phenomenal in this elevated role in the Rams offense. I mean, that was a 3rd and 1. You're looking to get a slant over the middle. Summers, he just has so much green grass in front of him. He takes it to the house.
Yeah, Summers is absolutely incredible. He knows really well how to adapt to a defense, especially last week against Methuen. He was able to get that touchdown as well. Summers is definitely a valuable member of the team here, especially tonight.
Extra point being attempted for the Rams. They tried to get Kyle Casale on the field last second.
Interesting play there.
I don't know what we called. A little confused there. They blew it dead, and everyone's coming back to the sideline.
I think Casale was trying to get onto the field, and the Rams offense didn't really know what the idea was. So obviously Aruka going to have a little talk with his team about what the plan is.
I think Aruka might have called a timeout too, due to the confusion and to avoid a penalty. So now they're going to go on to attempt this one. And here's the trick formation that we saw a little bit of last year. Haven't had the opportunity to see it just yet, where everyone's going to scramble around. What is this? So many offensive linemen lined up to the right in front of Cole Summers. What is the play call going to be here? Bongelati is back. They're going to take the snap. It's a read option, and it's to the outside. The 2-point conversion is good. And that was the defensive lineman, number 94, Sean Folan, who does a little fullback action, and the Rams convert on the 2-point try.
Yeah, Sean Folan, what a great play there. Interesting lineup there. You don't see that too often, but obviously that worked out. Sean Folan and I, we had lunch together the other day. We were having a great talk about today's game. He just really wants to prove himself really well against today's Eagles team.
You got to break out all the stops for St. John's Prep right that time. You bring in Sean Folan, defensive lineman. You throw him on a little fullback special teams play, and you let him. It was almost like a read option with Jamison Bongelati behind him, but hey, I didn't know Sean Folan could move like that. Credit to him. He'll get the 2 points.
Yeah, great play there. Usually teams don't go for that, but obviously for the Rams it works out.
Well, the Rams will answer back, and you can feel life start to come back into this James G. Anderson crowd. The band will take us home. I think this is Bergameska getting ready to kick this one off for the Rams. Still trying to find that kicker. Bergameska going to squib this one to the sideline. It will be caught, will be fielded, but nowhere to go. And Tim Stiles will come in to make the play on special teams. That was Selvis on the return for St. John's Prep. And Vargas in the offense getting ready to take the field. And, you know, they got a pretty cushy lead, 14-0. Only one of those touchdowns being scored. Now you got to go back on and do your job.
Yeah, Vargas, I mean, I wouldn't count him out right here. He definitely knows how to bounce back from adversity, so I'm excited to see what Vargas has to offer here.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Toribio lined up behind Vargas. They're going to take the snap, play action, wide open receiver, but knee touched the ground, so it will be caught, but not a 1st down picked up. It was Stefanovic once again on the reception. Could be a 2nd down and 4 for the Eagles.
Nice little play there. I mean, if Stefanovic didn't put his knee down, he probably would have gotten a few more yards, but it's okay. It's still good for the Eagles. 2nd down and 5.
Might hear it get picked up on the mic. We got Aruka close to us talking to that offensive unit right now, specifically Evan Williams. It's a 2nd down. They're going to take the snap. It's play action. McMahon to the outside, and he's got a ton of space crossing the 50, the 40, all the way to the 35. A flag will come in late, And I think this one's against St. John's Prep. It should come back.
Wow, that was a great play there, Will. I mean, obviously a flag on the play if St. John's goes back. That's a rough little play there to happen. That was a great run there, right up the outside.
Looking for the call. It will go against St. John's Prep. Flag will hold up, and it is a holding against the Eagles. So now, little adversity for the St. John's Prep offense.
Yeah, I mean, most teams would get shaken up by something like that, but I don't think Vargas is too surprised at that one. It's 2nd and 4. I think Vargas could make something happen here with his team. That was a great last play they had there, so they know that they can get some plays around the Rams.
So with the added yardage, they're going to back this one up, but not as far as you might think. Looking for the spot right now. They're going to place it just about the 42-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 8. 50-yard line will be your first down. 3:36 remaining in the first quarter. Rams trail by a touchdown. Vargas, he's going to take the snap, look to throw. Now he's going to scramble outside to the right. He will throw and just toss this one away. He'll bring up 3rd down for Vargas in the offense. Great coverage there by the Rams.
Well, this is a good time for the Rams defense here. 3rd down here for St. John's Prep. This is a good time for the Rams to lock down, make sure that St. John's Prep doesn't go anywhere, whether it's a pass play, a run play, or a quarterback scramble. The Rams need to learn how to lock down because obviously Vargas knows how to adapt to tough situations. So the Rams need to make sure to watch him at all times.
Down to 3:30 in the first quarter. It's been a long one here early in James G. Anderson Field. 3rd down and 8. Vargas going to take the snap, look to throw, step up in the pocket. He's got plenty of green grass, and Leach will eventually make the tackle, but the speed of Vargas does enough for a first down.
As I said, Will, the Marshfield defense had to watch Vargas. He's got quick legs there. This is why he's getting the scholarships. He can pass, he can hand off, and he can run. Vargas is a great player. That just showed off right there what he's got.
I mean, as you said, there was nothing for him to throw there, and he just has to use his legs, get to the outside. Leach is a pretty fast dude, too, but just no chance to make a play. Vargas going to take the snap. He's going to hand off to the back. Tons of green grass, and no one should be able to catch him. Bongelotti's going to try, but that is a touchdown for St. John's Prep. It was Jordan Toribio on the carry, and Vargas in the offense, they will strike right back.
Yeah, that was a great job by the offensive line there. Wide open hole for Toribio, if I said that correctly, Toribio, excuse me, to go right through. That was a great play there by St. John's Prep. Vargas just showing off how he can read the defense well.
Cullen once again will be on to attempt the extra point for the Eagles. He's 2 for 2 so far. Snap is good, hold is good, and Cullen will kick this one through the uprights, and that will be good. 2:53 remaining in the first. We're going to take a quick break here on Marshfield Community Media. We'll see you back in just a sec.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial.
We are back here at Marshfield High School. James G. Anderson Field, 21 to 8, excuse me. St. John's Prep will lead. Cullen going to kick this one back off deep. And Cole Summers will be the return man once again. He makes a move to the outside. Summers, a ton of room.
He's going all the way,
come in late. A flag comes in late, but Summers, or that's Hannigan, excuse me. He's going to score, but a flag is going to come down late, and I think this one is coming back.
That was an absolutely incredible run there for Hannigan. Just a little slip up there for the Rams special teams. Oh,
that
and
is
it's going to
tragic.
come back. That was a great run right up the sideline. Hannigan had blockers. That was a great play there by the Rams. Hopefully they can use that strategy again, but St. John's Prep knows how to read their mistakes and just come back from them.
I mean, I'm so used to these long plays by Cole Summers. I thought it was him again, 10 and 11. Thought it mixed up. Time it was Hannigan. That was a great play, just unable to, at the last second, let go of that last block.
Yeah, the Rams, it's been going a little tough. I mean, they've had a couple plays where it's been really well, but then they've gotten brought back from a penalty like holding or offsides. It's hard here for the Rams. They're feeling the pressure here in front of the home crowd.
I mean, this place was rocking up until that flag was thrown.
I don't know about you, Will. I felt my floor move here.
Oh, yeah, no, that's up on the press box. You can feel the shaking beneath us. It's always fun. You can hear that Marshfield crowd into it as always as the offense for the Rams take the field once again. Jake D'Antonio. First time we've seen him out on the field today. He'll line up at receiver. Rollinson in the gun. Williams in the backfield. Send a man in motion. Play action. Rollinson looking to throw. Another deep ball. Richardson won't make the catch. Almost picked off. That was DJ Graham who almost got that one out of the air. Will fall incomplete.
That was a close one right off the helmet of the St. John's defender. Almost intercepted. The Rams are lucky they didn't have a second interception here, third turnover.
Yeah, I mean, that was lucky. Graham pretty much had his hands on the ball, just unable to make the catch. Second down, Rollinson going to hand off, and another penalty here should go against the Rams in a false start, or what do we have?
False start.
There we go, yeah. False start against the Rams, and another pre-snap penalty for Marshfield.
Yeah, it's a little rough here for Marshfield. I think the pressure's really hitting them, Will. I mean, I think they're a little jumpy. They're ready to go. They want to get a touchdown. They want to come back. But I think they need to slow down just a little bit and take their time, get some communication down.
Well, now it's going to be second down and 15 for the Marshfield offense. Williams lined up as the back. Hard count by Rollinson. Will not get anyone to jump. As all the skill position guys are going to look back over to the sideline. Rollinson, now he'll take the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Williams, who's going to get a good fight for a couple of yards. Not a whole lot there on the run. It will be third and long for the Rams.
Well, Will, I mean, it's a tough situation here for the Rams. I mean, St. John's Prep is able to come back from the third and long, but we'll see what the Rams have here. Rollinson, if I were him, I'd try maybe a couple of fake hikes, see if you can draw some offsides, but see what happens.
Third and 12 for the Rams. Rollinson going to take the snap in the shotgun, look to throw, going to throw another deep ball, and that one will easily be picked off, and there's going to have a good chance of a return. Finally will be tackled right about where that initial marker was for the Rams. And they will take over once again for the side of St. John's Prep. That time it was, believe it was Torabayo maybe on the interception. We'll see when we get back from the PA, but another great play by St. John's Prep.
Yeah, the long balls are definitely tricky for the Rams. I mean, I think there was about 2 defenders there on Summers. It was a hard play there. Interesting strategy to throw it that deep. But another turnover. The Rams need to find some momentum here.
Yeah, I get you're trying to give Richardson a jump ball. He's great at it, but they're 0 for 2 on him right now. Vargas going to take the snap, look to throw over the middle. That ball will fall incomplete. It's intended for one of his big tight ends. Will bring up second down.
Nice little play there by Vargas. Vargas definitely felt the pressure of the defense on that one. Threw it right across the middle. Nobody there.
Brody Gillingham, the intended receiver for Vargas. Bring up a second down and 10. Vargas in the gun. He's going to take the snap, hand this one off up the middle, and falling forward for a pretty good gain for St. John's Prep. There's Parent on the carry. Going to bring up third down, though, for the Rams. Nothing like Mo Bamba on a third down. James G. Anderson, huh? Always feels good. Third down and 5. Vargas going to take the snap. He's going to hand off up the middle once again. Toribio. Enough for a first down. It will be first and goal for St. John's Prep. Bergamesco will make the tackle, but another huge play for St. John's Prep.
Yeah, another third down conversion. St. John's really knows how to read Marshfield's defense. I think Marshfield's defense need to maybe switch up their strategies just a little bit, try to adapt to St. John's offense here.
Will be a first down and goal for the Eagles offense. They have been very efficient in the red zone when they have been there. Vargas has Toribio to his right. Take the snap, hand off to Toribio to the outside. He's got plenty of space, and he will run right in for a touchdown. St. John's Prep once again will get it done on offense with 23 seconds left in the first quarter.
Wow, their 4th touchdown just in 1 quarter here, Will. It's looking a little rough here for Marshfield, but you never count out the Rams. They always know how to adapt. Just like last week against Methuen, they were down 6-0 going into the half, and they came back a little bit. Obviously lost, but they definitely showed Methuen that they were spooking them a little bit.
I mean, it's just the small mistakes pre-snap for Marshfield where you can't start off with a first down and 15 versus this team. This will be a blown dead false start against St. John's Prep. It's going to back it up, and I think Cullen will still stay on the field to try and kick the extra point. But again, these pre-snap penalties are just killing the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of false starts, a lot of just tough situations, couple of holding plays going down. The Rams are just, they're folding under the pressure a little bit here, Will.
It feels like it. Mental mistakes like that is something that drives Aruka crazy. I know for sure he doesn't like those type of mistakes. Extra point attempt once again for Cullen. Going to be a little deeper this time. See what the sophomore kicker can get done. Snap is good. Kick is way good. You got to see the leg of Cullen show off a little bit there. 28-8 for St. John's Prep. The Rams trail by 20.
Well, Will, it's really a hard situation here for the Rams. I mean, down by 20. They got to have some good plays here, and they have to make sure they're really stopping the St. John's offense if they want to come back.
Yeah, I mean, this St. John's Prep offense, tough to stop. I believe they're 3 of 3 right now on drives, and they have that 1 touchdown scored by the defense. So you can't ask for much better than that.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be interesting. I mean, I'm excited to see what the rest of the game holds. I hope the Rams can come back, maybe put St. John's in a little bit of a situation, but right now they need to figure something out.
23.7 left in the first quarter of action. As Cullen will set to kick this one back off. He's got a leg on him, and he's going to squib this one. It will be fielded by the Rams. This is Liam Riley trying to cut his way upfield. He'll be tackled right at the 30, maybe at the 31, but the Rams offense will take the field. About 17 seconds left in the first quarter.
I think the Rams need to focus a little more on some short pass plays, maybe some screen plays here. The running plays are good, but then when it comes to be 3rd down, 3rd and 5 about, they start to go for the big pass plays, and that doesn't really work out too well. So I think it's time for the Rams to maybe come up with a little bit of a new strategy.
Yeah, I think you just want to get Rawlinson in a little bit of a rhythm, right? He had that one good pass to Cole Summers for the touchdown, but other than that, I mean, it's been a couple of jump balls that haven't worked out to Richardson. He's got 2 picks here in the first quarter. We'll see what he can get done. Rawlinson in the gun. He's got Williams in the backfield. He'll send Summers in motion, take the snap, hand off to Williams, who has a hole up the middle. It's going to close quickly. He'll get a gain of maybe 3 or 4 on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah. Again with the run play there for Williams. Rawlinson, he knows that it's a good play. Williams does a good job of holding the ball. He does.
That will do it for the first quarter here at James G. Anderson Field. Rams trail by 20, 28-8. Be right back here on Marshfield Community Media for the second quarter.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
Media YouTube page.
We are back here, second down for the Rams in the second quarter. They're going to hand off to Williams, trying to get to the outside. No room for him to work there. He will be wrapped up. Maybe we'll get a yard on the carry. Tackle was made by Owen Hawk. It will be another pivotal third down coming up for the Rams.
Another third down here. Robinson's been going for deep passes here on third downs. We'll see what happens here on this play.
Hannigan going to go in motion, then go back the other way. Rollinson will take the snap, look to throw. Plenty of time. Open Richardson, who's going to make the catch. Cross the 50. It will be about 2 yards short of that 45-yard line. First down picked up for the Rams. That's exactly what you were talking about. Little nice completion for Nate Rollinson.
Exactly, that's what the Rams need on third and long. That's a great play there by Robinson. He read the defense. He saw Richardson wide open. He gave the ball right to him.
Marshfield going to go quick. They're going to hand off to Williams up the middle, who has got a decent haul. Only getting about 3 or 4 on that carry. Second down for the Rams. They're starting to go quick, get in rhythm here.
Yeah, the Rams are getting a little bit of rhythm here. The handoff to Williams, and then when it comes to a third down situation, let's say a short pass, Richardson and Hannigan.
They're going to send Hannigan in motion. They're going to hand him the ball on a sweep. He's not going to go anywhere. Might get about a yard. About a 3rd and 6 coming up for the Marshfield offense, who now will slow down a little bit and think about a third down play.
Another pivotal moment. Time for maybe a little quick, a little pass play, maybe a screen.
I think St. John's Prep was trying to sub, and the official gave them time to do so. Third down and 7. Rollinson in the shotgun. D'Antonio lined up as the back. Going to send Hannigan in motion. Take the snap. They're going to hand off to D'Antonio, trying to get upfield, but again, great stop there by the Eagles. McGowan tried to get outside and lay a block, and it was number 29, Oamadi, on the tackle.
Not the best play there for the Rams. St. John's Prep knows how to read the run play, so a little interesting there. Right now, it looks like they're going for it on fourth down.
Got Richardson, Summers, Hannigan out there for your receivers. Williams will get motion back into the backfield. Rollinson on fourth down, looking to throw, but he has a ton of pressure. Rollinson's going to choose to run, trying to get close to that first down, but he will be short. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Rams.
That's a great try there by Rollinson. He saw the opening, didn't see a man to pass to. He tried to go right there for the middle, but of course wrapped up there by the Eagles defense.
Yeah, it was, you had a really spread out unit there for the Rams. You had both Summers brothers out there. You had Luke Richardson, Cole Hannigan. No one able to get open quick enough, and that pass rush came quick. You can probably hear Aruka giving it to that offense right now.
Yeah.
Mike's down.
Definitely some emotion there for Aruka, excuse me.
First down and 10. Vargas in the offense will take the field once again. Vargas looking to throw over the middle, open receiver. That ball is caught and will spin upfield for a lot more. Medeiros comes in to make the tackle. Stefanovic again on a reception, and a big play for SJP.
Yeah, another great play there. Vargas just knows how to read the defense really well. I mean, it's just surprising that the Rams haven't adapted yet to the Eagles' offense.
It's
Usually
a
at
tough
this point of
unit.
the game, it's time to adapt, see what's going to happen. But the Rams right here, they need to make something happen.
First down and 10. Vargas going to take the snap, hand off to Ribio on the carry. Will break a couple of tackles and get more than he probably should. He'll fall eventually, get a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Leach will get credited with the tackle, and they're going to give him about a yard, so second down and 9.
Another instance there where the Rams read the run play of St. John's Prep. I think St. John's Prep, I mean, Vargas really needs to focus on maybe some pass plays, screen plays. Definitely not the run plays. The Rams know how to read them pretty well.
Second down and 9. Vargas just getting the play call now. Like, you see the difference between two offenses. Marshfield is just go, go, go all the time. But, I mean, when you got a guy like that, a quarterback, it's easier to take a step back. Play clock is running low. Down to 2, down to 1. Vargas gets it off in time. He's looking to throw. Has an open receiver who's going to make the catch and make another move outside. Styles will make the tackle. Reception made once again by Stefanovic. It'll be a first down once again for St. John's Prep.
Like I said, Will, going for the pass plays. The Rams know how to read the run plays. St. John's Prep there just going for the pass plays. They know how to do it.
Then bring in Keegan Holt, take out Tim Stiles. Maybe get a little more speed on the field. Stiles is a big-time heavy hitter, but bringing Keegan Holt might have a little bit more speed. About 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's a 28-8 lead for St. John's Prep, who have a first down and 10. Toribio in the backfield. Vargas going to take the snap, hand off. Toribio trying to get upfield. He'll try and bounce it to the other side, and Holt will come up to make the tackle. Still pretty good yug by Toribio, even though there was nothing there.
Yeah, right down the middle. I'll say it again. I said before, say it again. The Rams just know how to read the run plays right through the middle.
Going to get a gain of about 4. It's going to be second down and 6 for the Eagles offense, who, as we said, I mean, they are 3 for 3 right now on touchdown drives, and the other touchdown came from the defensive side. Vargas will be in the shotgun. He's got Toribio in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Vargas will take the snap, look to throw, open receiver who will catch it and just run right into the end zone. Another touchdown for St. John's Prep. Vargas going to get another one. I think it was Stevanovic on the reception, but SJP will strike again.
That's another great play there by SJP. I mean, right now, they're really taking it to the Rams here. Marshfield needs to figure out a strategy here. I mean, then again, Coach Brian St. Pierre played for the NFL, maybe given some secret NFL plays to St. John's Prep. Rams don't know how to read them.
I mean, it's always good when you have a coach who played at that high of a level. You got to trust him every step of the way. Cullen on to attempt the extra point. He made one from further back earlier, and this one is no problem. Will hit the top of the snack shack for the Rams. Through the uprights and good. 35-8. SJP will extend their lead, and we got to see more of a pop here from the Marshfield offense.
Yeah, I mean, Rawlinson's been doing really well at reading the run plays and some short pass plays. It's really been the long game that's been struggling for the Rams here.
I'd like them to do something a little more, not going for the big play, I'm losing the word for it, but you got a little more of a calmer drive where you got a couple of completions here and there. You don't try and air out the deep ball. I mean, there's no play that's going to make a 35-8 game 35-35, right? You got to take this thing play by play, try and get back into the game slowly.
Exactly. Going for the deep balls over and over and over again. After a while, St. John's Prep just knows how to read it. Of course, that play to Summers was a great play, but Marshall got too caught up there. They knew that they can do it again, but they can't. St. John's Prep knows how to read those plays. Marshall just needs to pick away at St. John's Prep's defense.
Here we go. Cullen getting ready to kick this one off. Back to the Marshfield return team. This one is going to go way deep, too. It will be fielded by the Rams. This is Hannigan. He had one called back earlier. Tries to make a move to the outside. Hannigan with a ton of space. And it's a decent return for the Rams. A decent field position for a first down and 10.
Great play there by Hannigan. It's a shame that his last run got called for a holding. But hopefully Rawlinson and the Rams can get on the field here and make some momentum happen.
Cole Hannigan has been a very good receiver for this Marshfield team. You can see them huddled up there with the rest of that O-line. Rawlinson and the Chubb Scouts with McGowan, Nicholson, Keenan. That whole offensive line. So we got Brendan Foley in there and Justin Amaral. It's your offensive line unit. We mentioned last week they call themselves the Chubb Scouts. It's a pretty fun name. I like the O-line's got their little thing. First down and 10. Rawlinson going to take the snap. He's going to hand off to Williams, who's got a decent hole up the middle. He'll be tackled, get a gain of 4 and 5. Bring up second down for the Rams.
Nice play there, handoff to Evans. It's a good play there for the Rams to pick away at SJP's defense. I mean, of course, the long balls are just the one thing I think the Rams need to avoid.
Second down for the Rams. We're going to take the snap, hand off to Williams. Once again, this time he is going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard. So another critical third down coming up for the Rams.
This is another instance where maybe they go for the long ball, but it doesn't usually work, so I want to see what Rawlinson has up his sleeve here.
I mean, you're for sure in go-for-it territory. It feels like at this point, if you can get it close to the sticks, feels like you're going to have to go for it. That defense already getting off the bench. So they know that could be potential 4-down territory. Rollinson in the gun. He's got Williams there. He'll take the snap, look to throw. Rollinson, open receiver. It hit Richardson in the hands, but unable to hold on. And that will force the Rams to want to punt this one away.
That was a great play there by Rollinson. He had Richardson right there at the 45. Unfortunately, Richardson just couldn't hold on to it. I mean, really, at this point, the Rams defense, they've been on the field the most for this team. I think at this point, they might be getting a little tired.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. There's been a lot of balls to Richardson that just have not connected. Him and Rollinson having trouble getting on the same page. And a 4th down and 6. Marshfield will get ready to punt this one away. 2 return men back deep for St. John's Prep. It's a good punt. Will be fielded to the outside. Stefanovic will not get far. Be tackled right around that 37-yard line. Cole Summers on the punt for the Rams, and SJP with 5:44 will try and tack on another touchdown.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'm excited to see what will happen.
St. John's Prep offense will take the field once again. 5:44 remaining in the first half. Vargas in the gun. Toribio will be his back, lined up to the right. He'll take the snap. It'll be a little bit of a trickery here to the outside. McMahon, tons of space, will break one tackle and fall forward just shy of that 45-yard line to the 44. Be a 2nd down and about 4 coming up on a gain of 6 for St. John's Prep.
Yeah, and on that play there, I noticed Vargas, he was doing a good job blocking Bergameska there. So Vargas, another valuable thing to add to his playbook. He can be a nice blocker for the running back.
I mean, when your quarterback is willing to block, that just changes your whole offense. You got a guy like that willing to put it on the line, especially a guy like him who already's got the offers rolling in.
I think
2nd down.
At this point, Vargas just enjoys playing the game.
It looks like it. This time he's going to hand it off to his back. It's Parent, who wanted to go up the middle, but now will just bounce this one to the outside. A flag is going to come in late, and Parent will be tripped up just shy of that 40-yard line. Something was going on with Will Scott. I think Will Scott, yeah, he did get held up there. That flag was thrown away in the backfield, so it's going to back this way up. A little bit of a break for the Rams defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the Rams that something like that happened for St. John's Prep. That was a great run play there. He noticed that he couldn't get up the middle. He put his hand out. He said, nope, I'm not going that way. He turned right around, went right up the side. Great run there, but, of course, the holding just brought him back.
So we're going to back this one up further, then a 2nd down and 4. This one will head way back. I mean, I will say, the St. John's Prep offense has looked pretty good, but I feel like the Rams have also given him a pretty decent punch on some of these plays.
Yeah, absolutely, especially on some run plays where they just stuff him right down the middle there. A little substitution here. It's going to be Sullivan to come in here.
Yeah, Parent's going to come out as well. Be 2nd down, and got it spotted, so it's about 2nd down and 14 for SJP. Vargas going to get in an empty set. Whole bunch of receivers for him to throw to. He'll take the snap, look to throw, over the middle, wide open receiver who will make the catch and pick up the 1st down. Get a number on that. That was Sullivan on the reception. And just like that, 2nd and 14, no problem. They get all of it back and more into Rams territory.
That's some of the situations the Rams need to adapt to. I mean, it was a 2nd and long there. They had the opportunity to stop them, but St. John's Prep just showing off how well they adapt to the defense.
Heading to the 4-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. This one definitely way more quicker than the first. It's a lot of clock being drained. 1st down and 10. Vargas has Toribio as the back. He'll send McMahon in motion, take the snap, hand off to his back. It's actually Parent in the backfield who isn't going to get far. He'll be wrapped up by Ryan Medeiros. Going to get a gain of about 2, but a good play by Medeiros to stop a big gain.
Yeah, Medeiros grabbing right onto Parent's foot. He was not letting go. Parent tried to drag him along, but he just couldn't get there, wrapped up by the Rams defense.
Give him a gain of 2. Be 2nd down and 8 coming up for Vargas in the offense. I mean, they got 2 great backs here. You've got Toribio, you got Parent, and both of them just feel like a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see what SJP here is on this play. It's 2nd and 8, 3:14 to go.
Let's see what they got. Vargas going to take the snap. He'll look to throw. Plenty of time. He will throw to another wide open receiver. McMahon will make the reception. I mean, that ball is just popping out of the hands of Chris Vargas. That was the dot. And another first down picked up for the Eagles.
At this point, the Rams need to really adapt to St. John's Prep's passing game. Vargas really knows how to get the ball right into his receivers' hands. The Rams need to lock down on their receivers and tight ends and make sure they don't go anywhere and force the run plays for St. John's Prep.
I mean, I said this. I have had the pleasure to follow Vargas for a little bit now. He played in 8th grade for Mass Elite. I got to see him there with my younger brother Aiden, who got to travel to Naples. And I'll say what I said then. He looks the part. As his first down and 10, he'll take a shot and will just overthrow his intended receiver. That was Stefanovic once again. Will fall incomplete, but I've gotten to see Vargas a little bit now. I called this game last year as a freshman when we were in St. John's Prep. I mean, it's safe to say the kid looks the part and the hype is real.
Yeah, definitely. He's made for the big time. That's why he's getting all those big-time scholarship offers. He's definitely a weapon when it comes to the running and passing game, which is obviously two things the quarterback needs to do. Obviously, that pass play there just over the head of his receiver. But the Rams defense, like I said, they need to adapt to the passing game because that is St. John's Prep's strong suit here.
Well, here we go. It's a 2nd down and 10. Vargas going to line up under center. He'll take the snap. Delayed handoff. Trying to get up the middle is Parent, but not a whole lot of room to go. The Rams are going to tackle him after a gain of just a few. To Ribio on the carry. Bring up a 3rd down and about 6 for SJP.
So 3rd and 7 here. This is a good opportunity for the Rams. Obviously, every drive for St. John's Prep has been successful, so the Rams here need to maybe put a stop to this one. It's another situation where St. John's Prep will most likely go for a pass play.
Keegan Holt will come in. Leon Jean Lowe's will come out. And that is a completed pass once again by Vargas. Riley will make the tackle, but not before a first down picked up once again. And St. John's Prep feels like they're effortlessly moving the chains here. Effortlessly, excuse me.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, well, going for the pass play, that's definitely what they bring to the table here. It was a great play there. 3rd and 7. Obviously, St. John's Prep has been very good when it comes to that situation. They can handle the pressure, and they know how to get rid of the ball quickly. Vargas saw the open man, passed it right down the side of the field.
And SJP just ticking away at the clock. 1:21 remaining in the first half. Vargas has 2 backs lined up. He'll take the snap. He will hand it off up the middle, and Leach and the rest of the Marshfield defense will be there to make the tackle. Both Scott brothers, Connor and Will, in there as well. No gain for SJP.
Yeah, that's where the Rams thrive. They thrive in the runs up the middle. They know how to quickly read the play and stuff the running back. Great play there by the Rams.
St. John's Prep going to take a timeout to stop the clock. I think they've got all of them left here. 59 seconds remaining. And the Rams defense, you'd love to see them hold up here. I feel like, we've seen them kick a couple extra points. They're also potentially in Cullen range if they choose to get a field goal at the last second.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about getting points. It's about putting points on the board. St. John's Prep looking to extend their lead, obviously. It's been a very dominant game for them, especially in the pass game. I mean, the run game's been off and on for them, but the Rams defense definitely needs to learn more about their routes.
Now, hopefully they can hold them here. I mean, that is the plan for the Rams. You definitely don't want to let up a 40 bomb in the first half, even as good as SJP is. As the timeout will come to a close. I want to thank you once again for choosing Marshfield Community Media to watch tonight's game. All of you joining us at home, make sure you subscribe to the Marshfield Community Media YouTube channel and all social media at Marshfield Community Media. They do a great work around town for all your content needs. 2nd down and 10, Vargas in the gun, back to his right. And I think someone from St. John's Prep jumped a little early, so they're going to back him up even further. It'll be a 2nd down and 15.
Nice play there, 2nd and 15. A minute to go. This is a great opportunity for the Rams to push back St. John's Prep here.
I mean, you just got to stop the bleeding at this point. It has been an avalanche of offense coming in for the Eagles. Have yet to touch the ball and not score. It's been quite impressive from their young sophomore quarterback first 5-star recruit at the quarterback position in history of Massachusetts. And he has lived up to that title so far. 2nd and 15, Vargas will take the snap, look to throw, open receiver is going to make the catch and cut upfield. Get a lot of that yardage back and more. So now it's a 3rd and manageable for the Eagles.
Well, now third and short here, 45 seconds. The clock is running. This is a good time here for St. John's Prep, and they take a timeout there.
Yep. Good timeout taken. 43.8 remaining on the clock. It's about a 3rd down and call it 5 coming up for SJP. I mean, obviously Vargas has looked good. He's throwing these balls right to the receivers, and they're able to make the play. But again, the receivers for St. John's Prep, they're just getting so much separation.
Yeah, as I said, well, I'll say it again over and over again. Receiving yards is where St. John's thrives. They were thriving in the pass game. Vargas knows how to put the ball right in his receiver's hands. The Rams defense need to focus a little more on focusing on the receivers, a little more than the running plays, because the Rams obviously know how to read the run plays well. So it's more about the passing game here for the Rams.
Yeah, the defensive line for Marshfield has head up pretty well in the run game. I mean, we had Toribio on that one huge run that got them to the 1-yard line and then was capped off by their fullback running it in. But other than that, the Rams' run game has been pretty good. So hopefully they lock in here on the passing game for the Eagles.
Interesting scenario here. 43 seconds to go. It's 3rd and 5. This is a big moment for SJP.
St. John's Prep showing a run. Heavy set out there. Vargas will actually throw this one to the end zone. That ball will fall incomplete. It was intended for number 9. That was Stefanich, but will fall incomplete. Good coverage by Jameson Bongelati there. Bring up 4th down for St. John's Prep.
4th down here, Will. This is a big moment.
They're not showing field goal just yet. In fact, the Rams are going to bring off Gene Lewis and bring in Holt.
I mean, what does St. John's Prep have to lose here, Will? They can go for if they want. Vargas knows how to make the play happen. 4th and 6.
4th down and 6. Vargas will take the snap, look to throw a lob ball to the end zone. That will fall incomplete. No flags on the play. And finally, the Rams are going to stop the St. John's Prep offense from scoring.
That's the momentum the Rams need. That was a great play there. They decided to lock down on the receiver there. They had 2 men right on top of them. So the Rams are starting to read the offense of SJP. 35 seconds to go. Hopefully the Rams can make something happen here.
If you're Marshfield, what do you have to lose? You got 35.7 seconds left on the clock. You've got at least 2 timeouts. I'm pretty sure Aruka took one earlier on that extra point. That ended up being successful. They actually went for 2 points instead. You got some time here to work with. 35 seconds, good amount of time in high school to push down the field.
Exactly, Will. This is a very good situation here for Marshfield. Obviously a long way away from the end zone. I think that's why St. John's Prep went for it. They knew that they would have the ball a long way away from the end zone, which is very smart by St. John's Prep. But the Rams here, if they go for the long game, there's a chance it could work out. Of course, you got Summers and Richardson, who are great receivers for the team.
Rollinson going to take the snap, hand off to Williams, who's going to get a big hole up the middle. He will fall forward for a gain of 9. And I don't know if Marshfield is going to try much more to go for this. Clock is going to continue to run, won't be stopped due to a 1st down. Down to 16 seconds. Marshfield still trying to get a play off.
It's an interesting moment here. Clock's running. I think at this point the Rams are just going to go for one last throw.
Probably the final play of the half. Rollinson going to take the snap, handoff up the field. Williams with a huge gain. It won't matter because he's going to get wrapped up as he crosses the 40, and that will do it for the first half action here. Marshfield will trail St. John's Prep 35-8. We'll be back here for second half action on Marshfield Community Media. We'll see you in just a minute.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Welcome back, everyone, to Marshfield Community Media. Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. We're going to do a little halftime report for you guys. Ben, the Rams are trailing early versus St. John's Prep. It's been that way the entire time. 35-8 is the score right now. I mean, what are the Rams going to have to do to even attempt to get back into this game?
I mean, what I've really noticed here, Will, is that when it comes to the passing game, St. John's Prep thrives. Of course, having Vargas, a five-star quarterback, they know how to thrive in the pass game. Vargas knows how to land the ball right in his receiver's arms. So the Rams really need to focus on just stopping the pass plays, because I think that's where they've been weak the most. So obviously that's what they need to do offensive-wise. I think they need to just do some simple run plays, quick pass plays, just chip away at the defense of St. John's Prep, because that's what they really need to do, because St. John's Prep is lethal when it comes to the defensive game. Multiple interceptions today. That's what they need to do here, Will.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the offense for St. John's Prep has just been absolutely insane. They've looked very, very good. You know, we take a look at the stats from last year. The offense of St. John's Prep has scored 30.3 points per game. They've only allowed 11.4. So you got talent all across the field. And St. John's Prep, they're not just a Division I team. I mean, they recruit all across Massachusetts. They are one of the best teams. As you said, number 2, I believe, in the state right now,
Yes,
right?
number 2 in the state right now. And number 1 in Division I schools last season.
Yeah, so they are just talent all over the field. And, I mean, when you talk about talent, we've said his name a ton tonight, but it's hard to not talk about Vargas. And, I mean, how successful not only he's been in his high school career, but tonight specifically, it has been just so fundamentally good. He hasn't made a mistake. Everything has been calculated, and he has 100% looked the part from all of the hype that he has gotten the past couple of days.
Yeah, Vargas is definitely the topic of today's game. We even saw some fans on the sideline getting autographs from him. They know how successful he's going to be in the future. He's definitely been the topic of today's game, and he's certainly proven to be the topic of today's game. He's the most deadly weapon on St. John's Prep's team between running, passing, and rushing. This guy just does it all.
I mean, you look back even to that third down and long. Marshall had everything covered. Vargas had nowhere to get with the ball. He had Charlie Leach, the senior captain, the linebacker for this team, coming down on him, and he still just finds a way to get upfield. He uses that speed. He's 6'4", and he's still got wheels. I believe I was looking up stats for the game. I think he runs like a 4.9 or something as a sophomore. I mean, that's extremely impressive. It just rates upfield, and he gets that first down. I mean, he has been everywhere for the St. John's Prep team.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, you can't count out Coach Brian St. Pierre, of course, former NFL quarterback. He's a 5th round, 136 overall pick. Played for the Steelers, Ravens, Cardinals, Panthers. This guy definitely is bringing some NFL strategies into high school football. Absolutely incredible. Vargas is definitely getting some insight from his coach here, obviously proving how well he can be with the ball. But, yeah, definitely the topic of today's game, Will.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of their head coach, he was a guy he played, as he said, at Boston College and then went on to the NFL. Funny enough, it came out a report, this was from 247sports.com, some of the offers that Vargas already has as a 16-year-old sophomore. He's got Auburn, Boston College, Ohio State, Penn State, and I believe Illinois and Syracuse in there as well. Those are some elite schools for a kid who is that young and only has played 1 season of high school football.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely incredible. I mean, obviously, number 1 quarterback in the state, if you had to assume. I mean, number 2 quarterback in the nation. Who's better than this guy, really? I mean, of course, some of those schools, obviously in the Big Ten, that's extremely well. He must be super proud of himself here. Absolutely. I mean, obviously, he's got to focus on his high school career. He can't let anything slip or slide because then scholarships start to fade away. But I think Vargas is a really good player all around, and when he goes goes to college, he's going to make the right choice.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go. So if you want to look into the future of Chris Vargas's career, definitely will be one to follow. He has been phenomenal as a high school quarterback so far. We're going to throw this back to the Rams offense. On the other side, you have first-year starter Nate Rollinson, who has struggled a little bit early. He had a big pass to Cole Summers that scored a touchdown. But other than that, a few jump balls that have been picked off. He has 2 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah, Rollinson, it's been a little tough for him. I mean, obviously last year he did really well in that game against Concord Carousel. But I think Rollinson is starting to fold just a little bit under the pressure of Varsity. I mean, obviously having a couple interceptions. I mean, the long pass to Summers was a great play, but I think the Rams after that started saying, oh yeah, we can do more of those, but that's not the case against St. John's Prep. They learn from their mistakes, and St. John's Prep has locked down on Marshfield's defense. I mean, it's really been the run plays that have worked out for Marshfield here today.
100%. The run has been good. They've had a little success downfield throwing the ball, but again, I feel like they need to get Rollinson in a rhythm, have him hit these easy completions, get that confidence going, and then you can start building the offense. I want to get my final question to you here. The Rams offense, what do they have to do to try and bounce back into this game in the second half?
The Rams need to focus mainly on communication, Will. They need to focus on going in the right direction. They need to read St. John's Prep's defense really well. I mean, obviously they need to just chip away, as I said, with short run plays, quick little pass plays, maybe some screens. But I think the long game doesn't work out here for the Rams. So I think it's about short game and just getting down the field as best they can.
Yeah, Rams have been down by more at the half before. Dennis Yarmouth a few years ago, they were down 35-0 at the half. Now, obviously, they're no St. John's Prep, but I know Aruka's saying in that locker room the exact same thing that I'm probably saying. Hey, we've been in worse situations before. They're going to keep fighting, and this team never gives up. Coach Aruka will not allow them to give up. So hopefully we have an entertaining second half. That is going to do it for us on the halftime report. We'll see you guys back in the second half action in just a little bit. See you back here soon. I'm Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. Go Rams. We'll see you back in the second half. Crossing a 50, 40. He's got 2 men to beat. No one's going to catch.
Pick up, and it is score! For 3.
Got it. With the shot. Lights out. Good night. Goodbye. And there's Aiden. Marshfield wins. It's a great serve. Another one drop.
And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is scored. It is scored.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
McCauley. The student coaches, Bailey Karapolis and Sarah Maloney. Our D7 Kiwis, grade 5. Is under Coach Nikki Titanio, Coach Kara Lenski, and their student coaches, Lily Lenski. Our D1 Kiwis, grade 6, is coached by Tina Lawrence, and Katie Murphy, and Lindsay O'Connell, and the assistant coaches, Ariana Lawrence. Our D7 and D1 midgets, grade 7 and 8, coached by Deborah Mendes-Ari, Coach Shauna Perry. Their student coaches are Brooklyn Beckworth and student coach Kenzie Silva. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for all of our youth football players and cheerleaders.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back, everyone, at James G. Anderson Field. Second half getting ready to go underway. Rams trail the St. John's Preps Eagles by a hefty amount. This kickoff by Bergameska is not going to go 10 yards. So it'll be good field position for St. John's Prep. Already try a little onside kick early. Maybe that's the strategy for the Rams. Try some trick plays as we are ready to get underway in the second half. Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. You just saw us in the halftime report. We're getting back here. Ben, they're already trying trickery here in Marshfield.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams came off of the defensive stop before the half ended there. So I think the Rams are coming in here with a little bit more momentum. I mean, right there going for the onside kick. The Rams definitely just want to try to get on offense, get the ball, try to do as best they can. I mean, like you said last year against, was it Denham you said?
Dennis Yarmouth.
Dennis
a
Yarmouth.
couple years ago.
Dennis Yarmouth a couple years ago.
How
down
long
35
ago?
nothing.
I was in high school.
Yeah.
That's how ancient that was.
Down 35-0, you said, and they were able to come back. So obviously maybe looking for something like that.
Vargas on a play action. He's looking to throw. Burhow's going to bring pressure, and now Leach will run all the way in. A big hit on Vargas. That ball will fall incomplete. But good on Vargas for hanging in there, making the throw. Leach lit him up.
Yeah, that was a great play there. I mean, Vargas is looking for the receiver. Like I said, during halftime, the Rams need to watch the pass game. There was 2 defenders on that pass or receiver right there. So that was a great play there by the Rams defense.
Again, the defensive unit, they've let up a lot of points, but overall, I think this is a net win for the Rams defense. They're making the St. John's Prep team work for their points.
Yeah, definitely. It's 2nd and 10 here. The Rams have some momentum here coming into the second half. They want to push back St. John's Prep as far as they can.
2nd down and 10. Vargas going to pitch to Toribio on the outside. Flag is going to come in. Toribio with a huge gain. He's going to get all the way across the 30-yard line of Marshfield. But this one should be coming back with a hold.
Yeah, coming back with a hold there. And at the end of the play there, Connor Scott. Little limpage there. I mean, hopefully he's okay there. Still in, though. And the Rams bleachers are going nuts down there. I don't know what's going on.
I think one of the drums from the band fell.
Whatever.
It is holding. It is against St. John's Prep. They're going to back him up.
That's good for the Rams. Push back St. John's Prep. 2nd and 10 here. This is good for the Rams. Excuse me, 2nd and 15.
Yeah, they back this one up a little bit. I think in high school, where the flag is thrown is where the spot is. So if it's a play at the very end and someone holds, it's not going to be as far. But this one was right as the play was started, so backed way, way, way up. So it's actually 2nd and 20 coming in for St. John's Prep. So the Rams defense trying to get a big stop early. Vargas will take the snap. He's looking to throw. Pressure will come. He'll throw to the outside. Wide open receiver. Cutting it all the way up. And 20 yards, not a problem for St. John's Prep. Stefanovic on the reception. And once again, St. John's Prep a huge chunk play.
There it is, Will. The pass game already showing to be dominant for St. John's Prep. Like I said during halftime, it's the pass game that the Rams need to watch out for, and right there is a perfect example.
We'll get a look at the sideline for you for just a sec. Cash Coleman is staying warm, so that's something to look into. The sophomore quarterback, as they're going to hand off to Ribio to the outside. Plenty of room. Finally, Casali will try and wrap him down, but not before another first down picked up. And again, we don't know how the offense is going to look, but Coleman is getting warm on the sideline.
Yeah, I think Coach Ruka maybe have some faith in Coleman. I mean, Coleman is really powerful when it comes to the running game. If Coleman goes in, I'm extremely excited to see what happens because obviously the quarterback battle between him and Rawlinson was really big. So if Coleman goes in, this is a big opportunity, especially being a sophomore just like Vargas.
Yeah, this was a talking point in the preseason where you assumed it was going to be Rawlinson's job going into the year, and it is, and it still is, but they've given Coleman his opportunities. There'll be a 1st down and 10. Vargas going to pitch to the back parent to the outside. Leach trying to get up there and make a tackle, and will. About a gain of 1 or 2 for the running back for St. John's Prep. The junior running back, it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that's the play that the Rams defense know how to read the most, is that the simple run play. I mean, obviously, maybe the most simple play here, but that's something the Rams need to start off on and work their way up to the pass game.
I'm going to give them a gain of 1. So 2nd down and 9. Coming up for St. John's Prep. And again, I mean, when they run the ball, they have decent success. But, I mean, letting Vargas air it out is a whole another level of yard gained for this St. John's Prep team.
Absolutely.
Well, here we go. It's a 2nd down and 9. Vargas lined up in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, look to throw over the middle. Stefanovic, will catch it. He bobbled it for a second, but once again, Vargas with a completion over the middle. It's 1st down for the Eagles.
Yeah, 1st and goal here. This is a dangerous, dangerous moment here for St. John's Prep. I mean, the Rams have stopped the Eagles before, but I think at this point, if it comes to a 4th down situation, the Eagles might just go for a nice field goal.
I mean, they have a chance to put this one away as well. It's been extremely efficient for the Eagles in the red zone. 1st down and goal. It's a Wildcat formation. Toribio getting to the outside through. Blockers will fall to the goal line and score another touchdown. The Wildcat working out for St. John's Prep, and they will extend their lead even further.
Yeah, this is St. John's Prep is starting to boat race Marshfield here. I mean, it's time for the Rams to really wake up and show what they have. I mean, they know they have the power. They just need to show it. It's really hard against the St. John's Prep defense, but if they put Coleman in, I'd be very interested to see if the Rams can make something happen.
I mean, I'm looking for it on the sideline for who is huddled up at quarterback. We'll see. I mean, I guess we'll see in a couple of minutes when they get out there. Cullen, once again, has been automatic with his leg, and he'll kick this one through the upright to make it 42-8 in favor of St. John's Prep. This will be interesting. A little quarterback change potentially. I mean, there could be a couple of reasons. The game very far out of reach, especially the way St. John's Prep is playing. They're running the clock. They're still scoring. So maybe you get the young guy a chance out there. Who knows?
Yeah, prove what he's got. Show Coach Aruka how he can prove well against some defenses. I mean, Rollinson, obviously, he's had a little bit of a rough 1st half, but I think putting Coleman in would be a nice choice. Maybe just to see what he has, even if it's just for a few plays. I'm excited to see what he has.
Rollinson's still warming up as well, so maybe they're just keeping him loose just in case. Coleman, that is. Interesting to see. I feel like at some point tonight we might see Cash Coleman. Maybe not this early, but if it becomes a situation where you put in the JV units, then yeah, probably. The JV guys are going to have tough morning tomorrow, by the way. They have to travel to St. John's Prep to play them early Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's a hike going up there, Will, just like Methuen. Obviously, we were lucky enough not to go. Shout out to Heather for going and filming the game for us. Danvers is quite the drive. I believe it's about 2 hours. So good luck to the JV team out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big shout out to Heather Allen, as we're going to see who will be quarterbacking for the Rams. I think it's Rollinson who's going to stick in there for now. But again, 1st down and 10 coming up for the Rams. This offense, I mean, if there was any time that you needed a jump, it's right now.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity here for the Rams. They need something to go and happen here. I mean, obviously, warming up Coleman is a smart choice. I mean, Rollinson's been having a little bit of a rough game. I think putting Coleman in would be a nice little choice, even if it's just for a play or two. Obviously, Rollinson's going to take the field here, but if Coleman's warm and ready to go, I think he could prove to be a little bit of an underdog here for the Rams.
Who knows? I mean, again, it's a situation where you could absolutely see him get some work. 1st down and 10, Rollinson, empty backfield. Now he'll motion Williams to join him. Rollinson take the snap, look to throw. That ball is dropped once again. I think that was Luke Richardson again, unable to hold on to the ball for the 2nd time today. Looks like we have a injury timeout here, so we're going to take a quick break on Marshfield Community Media. Rams trail 42-8. We'll be back in just a sec.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility. MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting,
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small.
We are back here at MCM. It was unfortunately Matt Keenan who went down, the starting left tackle for the Rams. So that is going to be tough for the Rams to deal with. It'll be a second down. They'll hand off to Williams, who will get a decent push upfield. And then we'll fall down. Going to be about a 3rd and 6 coming up for the Rams. You hate to see a guy like Keenan go down, Ben.
No, absolutely. He's really a crucial part when it comes to the blocking game on the offensive line here. I'm not exactly sure who took his place, but whoever it is, they got big shoes to fill. Keenan's been a very valuable asset the past 2 years here on the Marshfield team.
They still got McGowan and Nicholson, the starting O-line from there last year, your bookends, your left and right tackle. And confusion from Marshfield, they're going to have to take a timeout. Another mental mistake for the Rams. You've got to burn a timeout on a 3rd down.
Yeah, I mean, burning a timeout here, a little tough here. I think Aruka wants to just go over the strategy here. I mean, Rams maybe shaken up a little bit after that injury timeout there. Aruka definitely going to huddle up his team, definitely talk some sense to them. I mean, they need to focus in when it comes to some passing maybe. I think that's what they need most right now.
I think Sean Folan getting some work on the sideline as well. So a couple of Rams getting bit by the injury bug at the moment. We'll keep you updated when you see it, or when we see it from here up on the press box. I mean, you already got some guys injured. Nick Drosopoulos, who is the kicker, will be out for a while. He had a good year last year. I mean, with already a team that's running kind of thin with first-year starters, it's very hard to have guys go down.
Yeah, as you said that, Will. And as I look on the field here, Matt Keenan is back in the game. That was quick.
There we go.
Goes down. He's already back in. Matt Keenan showing how tough he is. He doesn't want to go out. He's a senior. He's proven himself for the team. He wants to stay in here.
Rollinson will take the snap, hand off to Williams up the middle. He doesn't have a whole lot of area to work with. About a yard. Going to bring up 4th down, and the Rams are almost surely going to go for this one.
Crucial moment here, 3rd down. It might be time for maybe a quick pass play, not a deep long ball like the one to Summers. I think it's time to maybe air one out, or not air one out, just give a quick little pass, maybe Richardson or Summers. Definitely not an air out strategy, though.
Rams got to get to the 34-yard line. It's about a 4th down and 4. Rollinson, empty backfield. Now he'll send a man in motion. That's Summers. Rollinson looking to throw, going for Hannigan over the top. Will fall just far of Hannigan. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Rams.
Methuen saw that one coming where they put 2 defenders on top of Hannigan. The ball was just thrown over his head. Rough play there for Rollinson. I think at this point, not to be rude or disrespectful to Nate, I think it's time to send in Coleman, give him a few plays, see what he has to offer. I mean, it just hasn't been going the way for Nate Rollinson right now.
I mean, at this point, you don't want to see Rollinson get hurt either. I mean, with the guys going down on that offensive line unit, sure they're going to let him hang in for a little bit longer and then see how it goes. But now you got St. John's Prep in phenomenal field position here, already in Rams territory.
Yeah, if they extend their lead here, Will, it's going to be pretty tough for the Rams to come back.
1st down and 10, Vargas under center. He'll take the snap and roll out to the right as a wide open tight end. Tim Stiles will come in to make the tackle. Gain of about 8 for St. John's Prep. Bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, as we look down here on the sideline, Will, Coleman's warming up. I think it might be time to send him in. Rollinson's obviously, he's been doing all right, especially with the running plays and the quick pass plays. But I think when it comes time to air one out, Rollinson doesn't go too well there.
Well, we'll see what the Rams end up doing. This is first time we've seen Coleman warm up. He wasn't warming up in the first half at all, so who knows. Vargas going to take the snap, hand off to his back, who's going to bounce to the outside. As Toribio will have enough for a 1st down. And again, even with St. John's Pro, I mean, that play was going nowhere, but they still have Toribio able to bounce that one to the outside and get past the sticks for a 1st.
Yeah, it was a great play there for St. John's Prep. I mean, closer and closer to the end zone here. Rams need to put a wall up here and block St. John's Prep. I mean, this is a dangerous situation here. Vargas is going to line up, most likely pass it to the end zone, if not run it. I mean, it's a first down. What do you have to lose with a run play? But when it comes down to maybe a 3rd and long, Vargas is going to pass it like he always does.
First down and 10. Vargas going to throw. Has a wide open receiver who's going to make a move. Will get wrapped up by the secondary of Marshfield. That was Stefanovic on the reception. Riley will make the tackle, and it will be enough for a first down, so they easily move the chains once again.
Yeah, 1st and goal here. This is a dangerous moment here for Marshfield. Looking to extend to, I believe, 48.
It'll be a lot.
Yeah.
It'll for sure be a lot. Well, here we go. First down and goal. Vargas has Parent and McMahon lined up with him there, but they have to take a timeout. They had too many men on the field. We're going to take a quick break here on Marshfield Community Media. 5:13 remaining. We'll be back with you in just a sec.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in
We are back here. Parent going to take the handoff, run up the middle on a 1st and goal. The Rams are going to stop, and their gain of just a couple as we hit the 5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. The Rams defense, I mean, I'm going to keep saying this. You know, it hasn't looked as bad as in previous years. I mean, last year, they just bombed this defense the entire way. It was a quick 40-point lead. This time, at least they're making St. John's Prep work to get these points.
Yeah, absolutely here, Will. And right now, I look down at the sideline. Ronaldson has his helmet off. I think Coleman will be going in on the next drive. I'm super excited to see what Coleman has here. I mean, right now, I think with that quarterback battle, Coleman right now needs to prove himself. I mean, Ronaldson, he hasn't been having the best game, so I think Coleman could come in, maybe make a few plays, prove to what he has to Aruka. I'm excited to see what he has there. But right now, St. John's Prep's going to line up. A flag's going to get thrown here.
It'll be a delay game against St. John's Prep. That clock was running low, so I'm going to back him up 5 more. It will still be 2nd and goal. But, I mean, yeah, you're a big Coleman guy. I want to see him get in and take the snaps. And we saw that warm-up start to ramp up. It kind of started with that first drive as it was going. He was warming up with some of the JV guys and just getting his arm loose to, you know, later in the next drive, he was taking full-blown snaps under center and full-blown doing footwork drills. So they seem to be ramping him up a little bit. I'm sure we're going to see him at some point tonight.
Yeah, I want to see what he has to offer. Of course, Coach Ruka talking about with the Coastal Mariners, saying that Coleman is extremely impressive when it comes to the running game. So if he can do some nice running plays here against the St. John's Prep defense and throw them off their guard, then I think Coleman could be a valuable asset for the 2nd half here.
They pitched this one to McMahon on the outside. He got tackled. I think Leach wrapped him up, and he got a knee down in the ground. So bring up 3rd down for St. John's Prep, who have not let their foot off the gas at all. They still have their starters in. They're still trying to put as many points on the Rams as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, lining up here for 3rd and goal, this is a big moment for the Rams to put up the brick wall of defense and stop them here. But even if it becomes a 4th and goal, I think St. John's Prep might go for it because they have nothing to lose here, Will.
It's a big 3rd down. Vargas in the gun. He'll take the snap, hand off up the middle to the back. Did he get enough to get in? They say no. They're going to mark him just a yard short. I think it was Toribio on the carry. So I think another player is going to jump up a little bit late. 4th and goal will come up. It's about a little shorter than you would think. It's about a 4th down and 3.
4th and goal.
So now a huge 4th and goal in St. John's Prep. They're going to leave their offense out there.
Yeah, 4th and goal here, Will. They have nothing to lose. Might as well go for it. test out their luck. And even if it becomes a turnover, the ball is a long way away from Marshfield.
Here we go. They'll break the huddle. Been a little dead here at James G. Anderson since Prep has extended their lead. Vargas pitch, Parrott to the outside. He will not get there. Charlie Leach comes up to make the tackle. And it will be a turnover on downs. The Rams are going to get the football back.
Yeah, now it's time for the Rams offense to get on here. So now it's time to see who's going in. Is it Coleman or is it Rollinson?
Well, that is the question. I didn't get to do this last year, by the way. I want to give a quick shout out to the whole St. John Prep staff last year. Incredibly nice people. I mean, there's a reason that this school is so highly regarded. I got to go in there last year. I had my own booth. It was crazy. They did a great job last year just accommodating to us. So
yes,
I didn't get to say that last year.
Yes, Coleman is going in.
Here we go.
Coleman is in. I am extremely excited. I want to see this guy go. I want to see what he has to offer.
Well, here's the quarterback change that Ben Wilson has alluded to. Cash Coleman will take the snap. He will hand off to Summers to the outside, who gets a good block and will get a decent gain. Good job by both Evan Williams and Aiden Summers blocking for his brother out there. It'll be a big run for the Rams. We'll move the chains, first down.
Yeah, that was a great play by the Rams. I mean, their drive so far has been going, they haven't been going too well. So right there was a great play for the Rams. Throw off St. John's Prep a little bit, spook him a little bit there. Show him, yeah, we can still hang.
Coleman going to send D'Antonio in motion and hand it off to him. This time on the other side, not much more success. It will be a second down. They might have lost a yard there. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Rams.
Yeah, St. John's Prep, I think they sort of, they learned from their mistake there. They realized that they left too much space open there for Summers to go for the run there. So now I think they want to lock down and put him up a brick wall.
Coleman in the gun. He's going to send a receiver in motion, take the snap, play action. Coleman looking to throw, has an open receiver, lays it out for D'Antonio, who makes a move all the way to the 44-yard line. Cash Coleman showing off the arm early.
Coleman, there it is, Will. I mean, Rollinson's been having a rough game. Coleman coming in and having a play like that, that's really good for the Rams' momentum here. That's great for them there.
I mean, it's been raved about how efficient Coleman can be. They're going to take the direct snap to D'Antonio, trying to get to the outside, and he will fall forward to get a little positive out of that run. I mean, you talked about it a little bit earlier. I mean, the campus raved about how good Coleman has been coming in as a sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, Coleman here with that nice pass to D'Antonio there. He had him wide open. There was a great route by D'Antonio. So Coleman's doing pretty well so far, but obviously I'm not going to jump to conclusions here.
It is still St. John's Prep, but he's looked good so far. Coleman going to send D'Antonio in motion, take the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Williams, who just gets stuffed immediately at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring a 3rd down.
Yeah, rough play there for Marshfield. 3rd and 9 here. I think it's time for maybe a pass play. I mean, running it at this point against the St. John's Prep defense would be a little bit of an interesting scenario, but we'll see what Coleman has up his sleeve.
Running to the end of the 3rd quarter, 25 seconds left. Coleman, 3rd down and 10, will be in the gun. He's got Williams lined up to his right. Send D'Antonio in motion from right to left. And now back the other way. Coleman will take the snap, look to throw, step up in the pocket. Coleman's going to try and do it with his feet. And pressure was coming. He's going to get a little bit of that yardage back. It'll bring up 4th down. And for now, the Rams offense will stay on the field. But we will have to see in the next quarter. 4th quarter coming up here in just a moment. The Rams trail 42-8 versus St. John's Prep. We're going to take a quick break and be right back here on Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the.
We are back here, 4th down and about 7 for the sophomore quarterback who has come in, Cash Coleman. Jake D'Antonio going to go in motion. Coleman going to take the snap, look to throw. He's going to air this one out and will go over the head of Evan Williams. Pressure was coming from that right side. Will fall incomplete, and St. John's Prep will turn it over and get the ball back.
That was a nice play there. I mean, Coleman coming in and having a nice play to D'Antonio there was a great show-off there for the team. I mean, Coleman, Nate's been doing okay today. I mean, Coleman coming in and doing something like that really impresses the coaching staff here from Marshfield. So I think Coleman should stay in for the rest of the game offense-wise.
I think St. John's Prep might be starting to empty their bench here a little bit. I don't see Vargas out there right now. Looks like they will make a quarterback change as well. That's Andrew Boudreau, the senior, who's going to come in. So now we get to see a little bit of that JV preview coming in today.
Exactly. I mean, taking Vargas out was obviously a nice choice. I mean, they're they're boat racing Marshfield here, Will. Taking out Vargas is no problem there. I don't think St. John's Prep will have any troubles with the JV team here.
Well, Boudreau going to have a completion to Olympio. Be a gain of about 6. It'll be a 2nd down and 4 coming up. We'll see how this Rams defense is able to handle the 2nd unit of St. John's Prep. Boudreau under center. He'll take the snap, hand off to the back, trying to get upfield, but the defensive unit for the Rams there to put a stop to it. They'll bring up 3rd down. Rams starting to bring in some subs as well. Brian Cavino will come in. And yeah, here we go. The bench is starting to empty. Number 33, Anthony Kane will come in. And number 95, Cam Verdier will come in.
Yeah, at this point, Will, I think Marshfield's going to accept the loss here. I mean, losing here by 35, it's definitely not easy. A couple more people are going to come in here.
Yeah, Ryan Gals will come in. Leach will come out. Yeah, they're starting to empty the bench here for both teams. Boudreau under center will hand it off to his back, who's going to get upfield, break a couple of tackles. Medeiros is there to make a tackle, but it will be a 1st down picked up for SJP.
It's a nice play there, hitting it right to the running back. Obviously, the JV team getting some playing time here for Marshfield so they can show Coach Ruka what they got.
Yeah, everyone getting emptied out now. All the starters will come out. Will Scott will come out, Bongelati, Ryan Medeiros, and now it is the full JV unit coming in for Marshfield. Finn Laporte checking in as well. 1st down and 10, Boudreau going to take the snap, hand off to the back, bouncing to the outside. He will be tackled, but not a bad run for St. John Prep. Number 10, Jaden Toppin, the junior, will get close to a 1st down.
Another great play there. I mean, the JV defense for the Rams, not too great when it comes to some running plays. The offensive line here for St. John's Prep, leaving the runner open space to just run right down the middle.
Here we go. Boudreau going to take the snap, throw deep. That ball is caught and reeled in. It's number 18, DeMartinez on the reception. There we go. Boudreau, the senior, showing off the arm strength a little bit. He'll pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, that was a nice play there for Boudreau. I mean, even though Vargas is out, I think St. John's Prep's team overall is just a very powerful team, regardless of having Vargas, and obviously Vargas being that quarterback that he is. I think Boudreau's doing a fine job so far.
I mean, even these guys that are coming in, like, their backup quarterback's a senior in the St. John Prep system. He's got to be pretty good. Be a 1st down and 10. Boudreau going to hand off to the fullback, who will get to the outside, break a couple of tackles. He'll be wrapped up just across that 5-yard line. Will bring up 2nd down. With 7:50 remaining, obviously, Chris Vargas's day is done, but, I mean, what more can you say about that kid? I mean, he for sure looked the part and lived up to the hype.
Yeah, absolutely. 42 points put up by Vargas here. No shy of a good game. Vargas is, like you said, Will, he's lived up to the hype. all those autographs are going to be worth money one day, Will. Vargas is an absolute weapon here for St. John's Prep.
The kid has been automatic with his legs, with his arm. There's a reason he's the first quarterback to be rated 5 stars in Massachusetts, as they're going to hand off to the middle, trying to get upfield. Rams are going to. No, he actually pushes forward. So that was Sam Josie on the touchdown for St. John's Prep. They're going to light up the scoreboard even more, and St. John's Prep will continue to extend their lead.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Will, it's just up to Marshfield's JV team to show off what they can to Coach Aruka. I mean, obviously the Rams tried, but, I mean, there's just St. John's Prep is just an absolute weapon of a team. D1 school, absolutely incredible, number 2 in the state. There's no shy of saying you at least put up 8 points against St. John's Prep.
Yeah, it was impressive. It was a good route by Summers and good throw by Rawlinson early in the game. It was all Marshfield got. Made it a little bit of a game. They're not even going to attempt to go for 2. They're just going to, I think they just took a knee to let the clock roll out. So interesting there. It is going to be a rolling clock going the rest of the game, so about 6:15 remaining. And we should get to see one more Cash Coleman drive at the end of this game.
Yeah, Coleman can definitely prove himself here. I mean, obviously that quarterback battle he had with Rawlinson was a bit of an interesting story here on campus. But Rawlinson being taken out, I'm honestly not too surprised at that. Coleman's definitely proven that he can handle a little bit of varsity action, especially as a sophomore.
So that will be a conversation going forward. It was a conversation in camp. Is it Rawlinson or is it Coleman? We'll definitely keep an eye on that. We're heading into the Patriot League games right now. We got Mansfield coming up, I believe, still. So still got that one to look forward to for out of league. But the Patriot League is always where the Rams pick it up and they destroy these teams. And hopefully they can get back on track.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, not winning against D1 schools, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, obviously against Bethune, another D1 school, they still only lost by 5. I mean, at least just saying they put up points against St. John's Prep here, especially putting up a 2-point conversion, is good to say.
This is Bongelati who's going to field this one. Try and get upfield. He will be tackled just shy of the 25-yard line. And the JV offense will take over for the Rams. We'll see if they put another guy in at QB, but for right now, this clock is going to wind down. And again, it's so hard playing a D1 school, right? Because, they're from Danvers, Mass, but almost no one on the St. John's team is from Danvers. They recruit all across Massachusetts. They get a ton of good players to come on in. And, I mean, what does it take to be on a Marshfield football team? I mean, did you grow up in Brent Rock or the Hills in that little 10-mile span?
Well, personally, I'm from the Hills, or at least the surrounding area of the Hills. But Coleman's in here.
He's going to hand this one off to his back up the middle. Not a whole lot of yardage gain there. We'll bring up second down. I mean, you just see the difference between public and private school. Marshfield football is just, everyone grew up around the school, you know what I mean? But it's always impressive they can compete. This one is a sweep to the outside to number 84, Noah Carey, who I think will lose yardage on that play. It'll be a third down coming up.
Rough play there for Carey. I mean, the clock is ticking, under 4 minutes to go here. Coleman on third down. It's time to make something happen here. There's a chance St. John's Prep could come back here.
Here we go. Third down and long. Coleman in the gun. He's got a back lined up to his left. It's a tight bunch formation for Rams with now 2 receivers lined up at the bottom of your screen. Coleman going to take the snap, look to throw. Pressure's coming. He's going to try to evade it, but he will not be able to. And St. John's Prep is going to get home. That is number 29. Oamadi with the sack. And Marshfield will punt one more time. This game is going to just wind down with the clock. St. John's Prep ball, you're just going to run it and take a knee and send us home.
Yeah, Marshall tried hard here, Will. I mean, obviously, Rawlinson didn't do too well behind the quarterback position. Putting Coleman in was probably a smart choice for the end of this game. Obviously, had a nice couple plays there. But overall, Marshfield still put up points. They put up 8. I mean, having a 2-point conversion is also very impressive over a school like this. So Marshfield overall, I think they did okay. Obviously, I don't know if Marshfield's ever beaten St. John's Prep before.
Nope.
It's hard to beat these guys.
No, they have not. Not only have they not beaten St. John's Prep, they haven't even come close. I mean, it's at least since, I think, 2022 they've been playing these guys. Might have been earlier, maybe even in I don't think 2021, but 2022, I believe, was the first year, and Marshfield has not even come close. I think the closest a game has been has tonight, where it was 14-8 at one point.
Yeah, I mean, St. John's Prep is obviously a lethal team, ranked number 2 in the state behind Catholic Memorial. St. John's Prep is always a name when you're talking about Super Bowl contenders. So obviously it's hard to beat these guys.
Never an easy task. Boudreau going to get under center and just get ready to hand this one off to his back. Fall forward for a couple of yards. They're just going to run the clock out here today. And that will do it for the game. Minute 40 left on the clock. Just get ready to run this one out. But overall, I mean, St. John's Prep, this team, you know, I don't think they were able to win in the state championship last year, but they definitely, I mean, they have looked like a rebounded team so far in the first 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm probably starting like I'm beating a dead horse here, Will, but St. John's Prep is an absolutely lethal team. You don't really beat these guys. I mean, winding down to a minute 15 here. Marshall tried hard. Like I said, they had the 2-point conversion, which is pretty impressive to say. But obviously, just like past other years, Rams just can't pull it off against St. John's Prep. St. John's Prep absolutely boat racing Marshfield here in this game. But, I mean, it's hard to beat these guys.
It feels like the best chance that they had was last year with Tor Moss and Davin True and all those guys. Probably their best stab at it. But even that, I mean, that was like a 30, 40-point game at halftime. So it's impressive how good these guys are every single year.
Yeah, Tor was an absolutely incredible quarterback for our team. He's taken his talent to Tufts, which is a great school in Boston. So I think Tor is going to do really well there. But obviously, he was a great quarterback for us, especially when he was a senior. Brought us to a Super Bowl at one point. But obviously, here tonight, 25 seconds to go. I think the clock is just going to wind down. Marshfield can't pull it off tonight.
Yeah, and Brady Crowley, as you mentioned, he's playing at the next level too. So a lot of those guys stepped it on up. But for tonight, the Rams are going to fall short to the St. John's Preps Eagles, 48-8. It was a massive win for St. John's Prep, and they were pretty much in control the entire way. That will do it for us here. Ben, you got any closing thoughts for us?
Well, the closing thought for me is just it's hard to beat a school like this. If they're a D1 school, ranked number 2 in the state. So obviously Marshfield getting 8 points is enough to say they didn't get shut out. That's all they can say. But overall, I think Marshfield tried their best, but you just can't beat St. John's.
Yeah, St. John's Prep will extend their winning streak to 2. They are 2-0. Marshfield will fall to 0-2. And coming up next week, I believe they are traveling to Bridgewater Random. So stay tuned for that. But that will do it for us tonight from James G. Anderson Field and Marshfield Community Media. We have Aiden Kielty on the camera, Yvana Osborne back in the studio, Ben Wilson doing the color commentary with me, and I am Will Nicholson. Good night, Marshfield. We'll see you next week.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Crossing the 50, 40, he's got 2 men to beat, no one's gonna catch.
Kick is up, and it is score! Victory.
Got it! With the shot, it's lights out, good night, goodbye, and there's Aiden! Marshfield wins! It's a great serve. Another one! Drop!
And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is